Okay, everybody. As you can see, yeah, we're here, World 7. So some bad news is it looks like this playthrough will have to come to a rather abrupt conclusion because it doesn't appear as though I can get out of this World 7 loop. I tried off screen a couple different things. I had that save state from right before I beat the final airship of World 7, and I did that. I thought, well, maybe that will send me back to, maybe send me to a different level. Who knows, right? But that didn't work, so then I decided, okay, I will go ahead and I will, I'll try playing through World 7 again. So I went through World 7 again, beat the whole thing, and it sent me to World 7 again. As you can see, that's where I ended up here. So I figured, and I actually kind of talked with Cody about it too, so I don't really know what other options I can try. Oh yeah, and then for what it's worth, I did actually look into seeing what's going on with the pipe. Nothing too interesting, just a different part of the level. Eventually it will lead you to the same kind of exit. So yeah, so I figured, well, we can just do a kind of I guess epilogue here, what I would normally do for final thoughts or what have you. So I mean, just based on the amount of the game we got to play, this was pretty fun, like pretty much every other randomizer I've done. It had a lot of fun moments to it, a lot of crazy moments to it. Watch out for these guys here. But yeah, and I'll now at least also get to show off the funky color palette there of Fire Flower Mario. But yeah, so again, it would be something I would love to try to do in the past. I just don't feel like trying to re-roll and start over from scratch again, knowing that I'm gonna possibly run into yet another instant, or not an instant, like a soft lock, roadblock, I should say. And it's like I don't really know what else I can do differently with it. I mean, I know people have gone through randomizers for Mario 3 before, and I don't know if they've really run into any issues, but yeah, like I said, unfortunately, I just don't think there's anything else that I can really do here. So, like I said, I would absolutely 100% love to, revisit this, or, if I ever figure out a way to get past it, maybe we'll see what happens, or if something new comes along for Mario 3, I would definitely give it another shot. As I said, Mario 3 is kind of my weakest Mario game. Well, one of my weakest Mario games. We'll not talk too much about Mario 2. That could be an interesting thing to try at some point. I don't even think I've ever beaten Mario 2, to be honest. I've only ever played that on, friends, Nintendo consoles. I never owned the NES for myself, or the Super Nintendo, so not even the Mario All-Stars version. So yeah, that could be something to think about. I have a few potential thoughts for what I might do. As a follow-up, I'm having to get into that a lot sooner than I would have thought. Oh yeah, forgot about this fun level here. But yeah, again, randomizers, I don't want to discourage anyone from ever playing a Mario 3 randomizer or anything like that, but the only other option I really had was that there is another randomizer, but it doesn't give me the infinite lives ability. So if I did do that one, I would end up having to rely much more on save states abuse because, you know, obviously if you don't get through a whole world without, you know, losing all your lives, well, you're going to end up losing all your progress or whatever. So I'm like, I don't really feel like necessarily having to rely on the save states to that degree, because, I mean, obviously, as we can see through here, you know, you get to the wrong set of luck or spawns, you know, you're kind of looking at a whole mess of tries and stuff like that. I mean, just going through redoing World 7, you know, and I use save states just to make the process a lot quicker. I mean, and it went very, very quickly, you know. But, yeah, so, final thoughts. Again, the bit I got to play, this was very, very fun. And like I said, I you know, I hope I don't ever run into these kind of problems again with any other time I try to do a randomizer. This might just be a very isolated incident. So, yeah, like I said, I apologize that we're gonna have to kind of leave it off very on a very anticlimactic note, but I guess that's just sometimes the way things will go. So, yep, I will catch you guys in another video, in another kind of playthrough. So, later.